Are we comfy, Mr. Info Broker? Speak up, or would you prefer I call you Izaya Orihara instead? So, Info Broker, do you have any idea how you got in this mess in the first place? Here's a hint. Have you ever heard the name Mimizu? Would you look at that? I wonder if he's got any other buttons I can push. Those scary Awakusu boys hired you to snoop on us, didn't they? Hello? You listening?
I know you're a busy guy, but if you got the time, I got a job for you. There's an outfit called Amphisbena running a gambling ring in town. Problem is, we can't pin down where they're operating from. The location's always different, so players get an email telling them where to go. We rolled up on a couple of them that were using a singles mixer for cover. Legit places don't usually rent their space out for gambling, but they got it set up to look like some casual tournament using chips for collateral. People are playing away, but nobody's cashing anything in. All anyone's got on the table are chips. The chips they're using, though, they're IC chips.
Neat idea, except for the risk involved. If someone loses, they could always blame the chips.
True, but Amphisbena doesn't seem to care much about the risk. If this was just about them fleecing people on our turf, we'd handle it the way we always do. But we don't know who's behind these guys. If it's an outfit like ours, we want to know so there's no misunderstandings. You know one of our guys, Akabayashi?
Sure. He's your fixer for John Jekajan, right?
Yeah, well, the other day he came down hard on some punks. He caught them dealing this homemade shit for some new outfit in town. We've been trying to find the supplier, but it's nothing but dead ends.
You think it might be Amphisbena?
Those punks confirmed as much after we put them through the grinder. They've been told to be on the lookout for Amphisbena, too.
So, is part of this job you're offering to find out who's supplying these dealers?
Don't worry about that. We're using other channels to look into them, so we're good. Besides, if the supplier finds out we're looking into Amphisbena, we'd have their attention. And we don't like attention.
You mentioned other channels. What does that mean?
Curiosity killed the cat, Info Broker.
Oops, point taken. Sorry for being nosy.
Hey, by the way, you wouldn't happen to know anyone named Nakura, would you?
Is that their first or their last name? It all depends. In fact, now that I think about it, I might have gone to school with Nakura once.
Nah, I doubt it's the same guy as this one. He's been playing head games with the boss's kid.
His daughter's in grade school, for crying out loud. What a shame. No matter how safe Ikebukuro is, you have to watch out for the bad guys. Or even bad girls, I guess, if Nakura's a girl.
We'll drop you here if you don't mind.
You usually let me off where you picked me up. Why'd you drive me here?
God damn, you're suspicious. There's nothing behind it. You're getting out here because this is on my way. The boss told me to pick up his daughter, see?
What a beautiful child. You're Akane, right?
Yes. I'm Akane Awakusu. Nice to meet you.
Don't let me down on that job. I'm counting on you.
Sure. I promise I won't disappoint. Ooh, that Mr. Shiki is a sharp one. Good thing I didn't deal with Akane personally.
Mr. Kamoi's really pissed off. Instead of getting rid of Akabayashi like we were told to do, we went and picked a fight with a different gang and even made the news. After screwing up like that, Mr. Kamoi's not gonna let us get off easy. Not by a long shot. And I don't blame him, because we've disgraced Heaven's slave. To make sure I knew how bad we screwed up, he used a dart on me. He made me scream out each note as he carved him into my arm. When he started this, the idea was to use the dollars as cover for us. There's safety in numbers, and if that meant being number 2, that was cool, there's no shame in it. But he says we still don't have what it takes to be number 2. He knows what'll get us there, though. We're gonna take over Amphisbena and their outfit, because that's what Mr. Kamoi wants. It's now or never. There's no turning back for us.
So, Info Broker, I bet you've done your research on us. Unfortunately for you, the boss doesn't like people sniffing around our business. Personally, I'd love to share some of our little secrets with you. But orders are orders, I'm afraid. You wouldn't happen to be working for Heaven's Slave, now would you? I'll take that as a no. How does that saying go? Silence is golden? It's a good thing you're not much of a talker, since I let it slip that I have a superior. Here's what I found out about you. You have 2 cute little sisters, Kururi and Mairu, right? You must be dying to see them right about now, so I sent someone to go pick them up. And I can't wait to meet them. Isaya! Time to die!
It's nice to see how you really feel about me, sis. The older you've gotten, the nastier you've become. Oh, how modern society's corrupted you.
Ha! That's funny coming from the king of corruption. Next time you won't dodge my attack. Isaya, you better?
What do you think? As long as I can avoid Myru breaking my neck, then yes. Oh, it's you. For a second there, I thought you were Shizu-chan.
Hiya, Coach! What the heck are you doing here?
Stay back, ladies, because I'm gonna beat the living shit out of your brother.
Sounds like fun. Wanna watch?
It's times like this I find it hard to believe we're related. Master Eiichiro. What's a professional martial artist doing attacking a civilian on the street?
Is that what you're calling yourself these days? Anyone who packs a knife and can dodge my kicks ain't no civilian. Shitheel. You think you can waltz by my dojo, acting like nothing happened between you and my sister? You ruined her life, you goddamn son of a bitch!
You want to do this here in public? How did I ruin Mikage's life? I never touched her.
It don't matter if you touch her, you slept with her, or whatever, you piece of shit! Mikage was a good kid, got good grades, was gonna make something of herself! And you come around with all your smooth talk, and she dropped out of school! Damn, Mikage! The hell's that for? You don't still got a thing for this douchebag, do you?
It's the only way to shut you up before everyone in town starts thinking I sleep around. Besides, picking fights in the street? You want to give our dojo a bad rap or what?
You snuck up on me and kicked my ass! How's that supposed to help our rep?
Oh, stop it, you big baby.
where'd
Like
he
you
go?
say, a pro fighter's gotta be ready for sneak attacks at all times.
Fight me, you...
So, this Mikage Sharaku, is she your girlfriend or just a booty call? Are you thirsty? Can I offer you a drink of water? Oops, I spilled. Could you get me some more bottles of water? Sure, what kind? 2 liters, 3 dozen of them. And now it's time for a quiz. Question, what could I do with that much water? Meh, time's up. The answer is, pour every single bottle over your head nonstop until you suffocate. Since you didn't answer, here's what I'll do. I'll force your little sisters to drink it instead. 10 liters each sounds fun. You survive by profiting off the dirty little secrets of others. But how will you survive this? Oh, I'm sure you gave it some thought, but I doubt you prepared for it. Even if you had, it wouldn't make any difference, sweetie.
Hi, Transporter. I hope Shinra's doing better. Nebula's lab is state-of-the-art. Why, I bet he'll recover faster there than at a hospital.
How can you take this so lightly? You do know he was almost killed, right?
Yeah, well, when I got stabbed, he said see ya and hung up on me. Maybe I'm trying to outdo his insensitivity.
You said you had info on the man who did it.
I do, but let's talk about the job first.
I swear, if you're lying to me about this, I'll hand you right over to Shizuo.
I know, but even though I might be a liar, I never lie when it comes to business.
Then why'd you bring company?
Them? Oh, you don't have to worry. They're sort of like foot soldiers / bodyguards for me.
Dragon zombies?
I know, right? There's a whole lot of people out there who resent me, don't you know? So I'm paying these fine folks top dollar for their services.
Back to business. What do you want me to deliver?
This'll take you a couple days, first of all.
What are you talking about? I have to stay here and take care of Shinra. I can't be gone a couple days.
It'll be fine. You won't be working the whole time. Just moving around a little every day.
What does that mean?
Raring to go, huh? I want you to transport some information.
He was meeting with the Black Rider. No doubt about it anymore. He's got ties with it.
Yeah? So what does Mr. Kamoi say?
He found out Orihara's been digging for info on Amphisbina for the past few days.
So keep an eye on him?
We can't let the Awakusu take down Amphisbina. As soon as you get a chance, grab that laptop. When Akabayashi nabbed our guys the other day, I found out we had a client who plays big at Amphisbina's casino. We used him to get some guys on the guest list, but after a couple times we stopped getting invited back, which means they found out about us. See this chip? It can record your wins and losses electronically. That's not all, though. There's a transmitter and a bug inside. It's a clever system for tracking all their members, and Mr. Kamoi wants that system. He wants to mass-produce the chips and use them to expand our business. If we can team up with Amphisbina, it'll be a win-win for both of our outfits and no one will get hurt.
So that's why we're following the info broker.
Uh-huh. But if he's snooping around for the Awakusu, we want to get to him before he has a chance to report in. As soon as we get our hands on that laptop, we're gonna make it... It's Mr. Kamui. He wants to see me again.
Why?
Guess he wants me to scream some more.
Want to know what else I know about you? You and the black bike are besties. I also found out you had that urban legend checking up on us for the past few days. Oh, and on Heaven Slave, too. To be honest, I don't know much about them, but if they're going to be a pain in our ass, their days are numbered. If you know anything about them, you should probably tell me. Do you want to live or not? That wasn't water. That was kerosene. Oh, when I light you up, you might want to hold your breath or you'll choke on the smoke. I'm not sure how long you'll take to burn out, though. Looks like your sisters are here. We'll do this later. Let them in.
At last, we get to meet Amphisbina. How's it going? Don't worry, we're not your enemies. Or allies. Yet.
You are...
Oops, sorry. You can call me Shijima. And we run the distribution of Heaven's Slave in the city.
Oh, right. I've heard of you.
Hey, isn't that guy under the bag the info broker the Awakusu hired to spy on you?
Why, are you his friend?
Not even. But in a way, he did help me figure out where your hideout is. See this? It's a program that uses GPS to show the location of your bugged chips.
Where did you get that?
Well, seeing as how the laptop's his, you should ask him. Look, we didn't come here because we want to fight you. We'd much rather do business with you. That said, we think it's better if this info doesn't get into the Awakusu's hands. That's all.
Yes, hello? Who is this? Answer me! Hello?
What?
Right. Listen, if you're...
Hi.
Who's this?
Who? I thought by now you'd both know me well. I'm Isao Orihara. You've heard of me, right? So, kidnapping. That's low. But I brought us all together.
The hell?
I, for one, am loving this. Hearing you lose your cool and on the phone. I know. Let's have a pop quiz.
What? The hell is this shit?
Question 1. What did Yokage of Amphisbina and Mr. Kamui of Heaven Slave have in common? Too slow. The answer is they
How
both
do you
have
know
a
Takage's
mother
boss?
inside.
Tell me! How do you know what the boss looks like?
It's about the gentleman with the bag over his head. Do you know if he has moles under his eyes? Yes or no? Come on, tick-tock.
Huh?
Sorry, question 3. Who do you think is the one wearing that bag? Could it be Tokage? Or could it be Mr. Kamui?
No! You're not the boss! You can't be! No! You're lying!
Screw this. I'm cutting him loose. Here. Let me give you a hand with that. Ta-da! It's nice to meet you. Are you surprised?
Orihara?
It is you. You know, you might want to work on your torturing technique. I already knew you were the squeamish type, but still, you could have at least ripped my fingernails out or something.
But then, who's on the phone?
What the hell, Isaiah? All spoiling the surprise and shit? You bastard!
What is this? Why'd you let us catch you? What are you doing here?
Good question. I guess I'm here for the same reason Shijima is, more or less. I came to try to talk you out of this silly casino thing you've got going on. In all honesty, I don't think you know the risk you're taking going up against the likes of the Awakusu. See? I'm not here to fight you, I like you. I'm here to people watch. The sack was great. You know I could see through it. I loved watching you get off as you quote-unquote tortured me. So cocky, so cute.
gonna fight or you gonna stand around? Come on!
Please.
Don't just stand there! Do something!
I bet you want to know how I got in here so easily. I bet you want to know how I untied myself so easily, too.
All right, tell me.
I'd be happy to tell you. Although, I don't think you're gonna understand how I did it.
Damn you! What did you do to everyone?
Like I said, you're not going to understand. You didn't answer any of the questions right. Too bad for you. Penalty round coming your way. Thanks for playing, gorgeous. Better luck next time.
Well, now that that's done, is there anything else I can do for you?
Maybe there is. That Mimizu girl's a tougher nut to crack than I thought. Izumi's not having much luck with his hammer either. You think you can give it a shot?
Sure. But if I do what you want, will you take me to see Takashi like you promised?
Maybe, if you keep helping me. In the end, it's up to you whether it happens or not.
Oh, darn it. If I was as strong as Henri, I could have made you tell me where Takashi is.
Don't get down on yourself. And you shouldn't compare yourself to Henri Sonohara either. You're stronger than she is. Remember, you did break free from Saika twice. Haruna Miyakawa. So anyway, Amphisbena seems to have shut down their casinos and disbanded their membership. And their boss Tokage, by the time I started digging, he'd already vanished off the radar.
He's not the only one who disappeared. About 2 days ago, that gang of dealers I told you about split town. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
No, sorry, I don't have a clue. Maybe whatever's left of Amphisbena finished them off.
You're a smart guy. You think you got the world by the balls, don't you, info broker?
Not at all. Besides, how boring would that be if things always went the way you wanted them to?
Just remember, don't screw with us. We're not a bunch of idiots. I almost forgot. Akabayashi wants to have a little chat with you. I know you're a busy guy, but if you got some time, give him a ring.
Yes, I'll make sure and do that. It's a point of pride with me, making myself useful to all my wonderful clients. That's my job as an info broker. Well, it's more than just a job. It's my passion.